Yo, peoples! qushu92 here, and welcome back to yet another iteration of Qushu Views Anime. Onwards to the next episode of One Piece. So let's get it started! In the last episode of One Piece, we had to deal with the Seraphim literally putting everyone on edge. But not only that, we're still dealing with someone who's been wreaking havoc on the lab and orchestrating events that cause the Seraphim to go against everyone, also locking the Frontier Dome and cutting off all sorts of communications up top. S-Snake is dealing with Frankie and his group. Luffy and Zoro are dealing with S-Bear and S-Hawk. And it culminates in Shaka finding Vegapunk imprisoned down below in the basement. And it ends with Shaka getting shot in the face! Shaka gone. Lord Shaka gone! The second Ohara, the mastermind's ambition. This is, we got the Navy ships rolling in. Think about how massive these ships are. You got some that are regular size, and then you got some that are literally 10 times the size of those ships. Just how many people are piloting the really big ones? Like, look, you got the smaller ones right there, and then you got the bigger ones all around. That's a lot of Navy ships, though. And this man right here, look at Kizaru's fit! Black with yellow stripes? Kizaru just chilling. He's all like, I'm hungry. Let the Vice Admirals know we about to eat. He's just chill. He literally had a blank moment. He was all like, Ooh. Saint J. Garcia, Saturn of the Elders. I hate this man so much. Future Island Egghead. You'll learn why I hate this man so much. You'll learn. Laboratory Future Island Egg. I was about to say Future Island Leghead. Laboratory, second floor, building B. This is where Jinbei and Stussy is. Alright, so now we get a firmer understanding of why they're deploying so many forces to Egghead. Because unlike Ohara, Egghead actually has combat capabilities to combat any incoming forces, such as the Seraphim and the Pacifistas. Ohara didn't have that. They were just peaceful scholars. Now Sentomaru, being the good guy that he is, getting everyone to leave Egghead before this second Ohara incident is about to occur. Not to mention, this is also going to be a bit of a moment for Sentomaru since Kizaru's on his way there. But now we got the mastermind behind this whole affair in the basement, walking down the stairs after having shot Shaka. Still cloaked in shadow, smiling after having shot Shaka. Lilith and Usopp are still turned to stone because of S-Snake earlier, with Frankie being the only one who's still able to partially move, even though half his body is petrified. Pythagoras just had to make a move. He just had to make noise. Yo! While I am shocked by her stomping, well, not really, because I've read this chapter, but to see it animated, while this whole moment, look at that face, though. While I'm shocked to see her stomp on Pythagoras, I'm even more surprised to find how incredibly explosive he is. Now we're with Robin and Chopper. I love the animation of them flying, especially Atlas and everyone else. That was smooth. Laboratory, third floor, building A. And we got Sanji versus S-Shark. Because S-Shark already bodied Brook, as best he could, and almost tried to kill Nami. Then we got the Sanji Constitution, the Constitution of the Sanji Kingdoms. Edison got bodied too. Animation changed. Yo, with his face, it did nothing. With his face. Now we're back with Zoro versus S-Hawk. And mind you, S-Hawk is the same size as Zoro. He's that tall. These Seraphim are the size of adults, even though they're basically children. Woo, Luffy with the red hawk! You know, some of these animation moments are incredibly clean. I like it. I love how Luffy's calling Kaku Usopp just because their noses are similar. Esper aiming. Ooh. Luffy with the quickness. Ooh, Gum Gum Hawk Gatling. Look at Lucci actually trying to help Luffy. Managed to knock him away, but the flames are still not out, which means he's just gonna get back up again. This is everything that happened the day before the famous Egghead incident. We got Bonnie crying in front of Kuma's bubble. Shaka's dead, but it all started 3 months earlier. Sacred Marijois! 3 months ago! We are going to Marijois. We going to Marijois. Sacred Marijois. 3 months ago. Ooh. Someone from Egghead is saying that Vegapunk's investigating the 100 Devoid Century. And that's why they kept sending Cypherpole agents to them. Upon receiving that tip, CP5 was dispatched to Egghead to verify the truth, but found no evidence. After completing the investigation, the ship mysteriously disappeared on its way back. Yeah, cause their ship was destroyed. To investigate the disappearance, first CP7, then CP8 headed to Egghead. But no one returned to the government. Yo, the Goro say, we actually see them taking seats. Later, there was a meeting between the 5 elders and another figure, and the betrayal of the genius scientist researching the 100-year void became clear. The 5 elders decided on Dr. Vegapunk's assassination. Cypherpole Aegis Zero, tasked with that mission, set sail. However, one of the 5 elders decided to go in person in anticipation of Vegapunk's counterattack. He assigned Admiral Kizaru as his escort. Whoo! Let me tell you what's going on. In addition, reinforcements were requested to various Navy branches. What you are experiencing is the deployment was on the scale of a war. What you are experiencing is the start of the final saga of One Piece. Look at that joker with all the chins. Vice Admiral Dahl, hello! However, another ship came calling. That of the Emperor of the Sea, Straw Hat Luffy. This is when the crew was just out sailing regular. Hold on, y'all wearing different fits! The government was not content with the unexpected intruders landing. And of course we have the events of Luffy fighting Lucci, the Gorosei getting mad that Luffy's even there. In any case, the incident would come to an end the next day. And the outcome will shock the world in an unexpected way. Old Devil Fruit Research Laboratory underground. And this person open fired on Shaka again, just to make sure. This person is a firm believer in the double tap. Yo, I like this double perspective. The perspective of the person and the perspective of Vegapunk. Yo. The door's opening. Who's the traitor? Who's the betrayer? It's York! I'm going to become a celestial dragon. Look how big this woman is compared to Vegapunk. And Vegapunk's already big. That's quite the perspective they have on York right there. That's quite the angle they have. Wouldn't one Dr. Vegapunk be enough in this world? Look at that face. Look at that face. To be continued. York the Greed. In more ways than food. Emperor Red-Haired continues to reign over the seas, fearlessly confronting him as a man with a bounty of 3 billion berries from the worst generation. Both holding fast to their beliefs, the two captains in a deep historical rivalry face off in distant Elbaf. On the next episode of One Piece, Clash! Shanks versus Eustace Kid! I'm gonna become the king of the pirates. I can't say anything. I can't say anything. I can't say any. Okay, let's just go over what happened in the episode, and then I'm going to talk about that preview. Okay. Okay, so let's just go ahead and say it. I can finally say it. York is the traitor. She's the one that told the Gorosei that Vegapunk was researching the 100-year void. She's the one that orchestrated all of this, apparently orchestrated the Seraphim betraying everyone. Like Shaka said, someone must have given them orders, and it has to be someone who has our authority. One of the Vegapunks had to have done it. Have to have done it. She's the one who orchestrated the barrier, the communications, taking out all the cameras, holding all the Cypherpole agents hostage, apparently, all for the distinct purpose of her saying, I'm gonna become a celestial dragon. So everything going wrong on Egghead right now, including all of those Navy ships on their way to the island, is because of York. Now, Oda is very tricksy with his wordplay. So when he called York the Greed, many of you may have thought York the Greed in terms of her being greedy for food, greedy for eating, and then using the bathroom and then sleeping, just a glutton, a greedy glutton. But what comes with greed than greedful ambition, such as the greed of wanting to be the only Vegapunk, apparently. The greed of wanting more power, wanting more prestige. Oh, I want more food. I want more sleep. I want more status. I want to be the only Vegapunk. Greedy in more ways than one. So we got that going on, while the Straw Hats are still contending with the Seraphim everywhere else. That's going on. We see all the stuff that happened like 3 months prior. That's the reason why there's so many ships heading there so soon, because all of this was orchestrated and planned 3 months prior. It's just that the Navy and world government didn't account for Luffy and his crew making their way towards Egghead just by happenstance. But all of this that's going on with the Navy and everything, that's been planned for like 3 months prior to the current events. So that's going on. So now we got to deal with like how are the Straw Hats going to get out of this situation that has been 3 months in the making from the world government and Navy side. That's something. But we got to talk about this preview. The next episode. The next episode. Y'all didn't hear me. The next episode. The next episode. Clash. Shanks versus Eustace Kid. I've been waiting for this episode to get animated. I'm not saying nothing. This is something all of you anime viewers have to experience. Any manga viewers, I don't want y'all saying nothing. I will remove the comment if you try. I don't want nobody to even get a slight inkling of what's about to happen in the next episode. Bruh. Y'all have to excuse me if I start screaming in that episode, but that's just based off of the preview. I knew this was going to be a setup episode. It had some big reveals, like York is a traitor, but this is a setup. This is a big reveal / setup episode, because the next one, people are going to be talking about it. I'm calling it right here. People are going to be talking about the next episode for a minute. So be prepared. Be prepared. You heard it here first at 10:36 p.m. on the 6th of July, Eastern Standard Time. qushu 92 said people gonna be talking about the next episode next week for a long time. Mark my words, and I expect to see you back on the next episode letting me know like, you sure was right, But yes, this was a good episode, good reveals and everything, but the next episode, it's gonna break the internet. It's gonna break the internet. You heard it here first, but I'm done. I am done! All right. All I can say to you is thank you for helping this channel get closer and closer to 5K. It means the world to me, and I hope to see you guys in the next thing that I do. But with that being said, Hope you all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video. Like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, because I am always looking forward to entertaining you. So have a fantastic day. And once again, as always, later, peoples. And thank you to all of my moderators and members who help make what I do possible.